You're watching Iowa Live. Everything local, entertaining, and meaningful in Central Iowa is right here on Iowa Live.
From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou, and of course, everybody getting ready for the holidays. And of course, a lot of people will be seeing family and maybe some elderly relatives, some loved ones. And this is the perfect time to start paying attention to what's around you and maybe addressing some issues that some folks that you know might have. We have Erica Eichrin joining us from the Alzheimer's Association, the Iowa chapter. Great to see you again.
Yes, thank you.
Now, this is really an important time of year, especially with those families, and it really is an entire family that has Alzheimer's in their history. So let's talk a little bit about what we should be doing about this time of year.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So on our website, if you go to alz.org/holidays, there's a lot of great tips and tricks there. But what I want to highlight today is if you're traveling with family members over the holidays, it is wonderful to make sure if you're traveling to try to do it during the day so that person is alert and more able to be responsive during the daytime versus night. If you're traveling by airplane, we have a great partnership with the Des Moines Airport in which you can get a sunflower lanyard. It shows them that the person you're traveling with may have a hidden disability, and therefore the airport workers are trained to reach out and see if you need a little bit more assistance.
I'd never heard of that.
Yeah.
And how long has that been going on?
It's been going on for a few months that we've had the partnership with them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, now what a great idea that is, because you mentioned about doing it during the daytime, because for those people that have someone in their family that is dealing with Alzheimer's, it really makes a difference when, especially dusk, when it starts getting dark. It really throws people off, and that's a great tip. But then going to the airport, that is amazing. What prompted the association with the airport?
Well, we've always had a good partnership with them, and we were invited to do some training with the airport employees a few months ago to help them to understand better how to work with those that have any form of dementia.
Right.
And they made us aware of the program that they have.
Oh my
and
goodness.
They have provided us with lanyards, so you can get them from the airport, you can get them from our association, and they're only meant if you're flying and not going by car or another method of transportation.
Okay, that is great travel advice there too. And then something else when it comes to travel, where the family should really consider, if this is not an option for someone with Alzheimer's, the family coming to them.
Absolutely. If you're going to go somewhere local and the person is still in those early stages or still wanting to travel, going over to a loved one's house for the afternoon is still a wonderful thing to get them out of the house.
Right.
But just make sure if you go over to someone else's house that there is a safe space or a private space for that person with dementia in case they get overwhelmed, overstimulated. They can take a little breather, take a nap. And also for that caregiver that is taking their loved one out and about, or if you have people coming over to your house, make sure that you prep those guests that are coming over so they just know a little bit of what to expect, where that loved one is in the progression of the disease, topics that are comfortable and safe to talk about with that loved one. It can really help prepare the family better.
And if going to a loved one's house or a friend's house, let's talk about activities. That would be great.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Try to involve that person as much as possible and support their independence when you can. If it's something of letting them stir, help with mashed potatoes, or help set the table, play a simple card game like Uno, depending on how well they're still doing in their cognitive abilities. You want to do
or go fish.
Exactly, yeah. Go out for a walk, play a game, let them help decorate the tree, anything to get them involved and feel part of the group.
Now, speaking of support, there is 24/7 support offered by the Alzheimer's Association. Right?
Yes, even during the holidays, especially during this time, don't hesitate to call 1-800-272-3900, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They're always there to help, and they offer it in over 240 languages as well.
Wow, I didn't realize that either. All right, you might want to write that down. Write that number down, folks. You see it on the bottom of your screen there, 1-800-272-3900. 24/7 during the holidays, and all those different languages as well.
Absolutely. And they're all master level clinicians, very well trained in understanding all forms of dementia.
And for some people that might be concerned with this, what about the cost for calling?
No cost for calling, no cost to ask for a care consultation. All of our resources we offer free, such as our programming and especially support groups. If you need a little extra support, especially during these holiday seasons, go to alz.org/CRF for Community Resource Finder. You can put in your zip code and find out if there are any support groups in your area. Plus, we also have some virtually that you can join via Zoom whenever they're available.
All right. Some great advice, especially this time of year, and especially if you have someone who is dealing with Alzheimer's this time of year. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For being here. When we come back, everybody, we are going to be visiting with the Animal Rescue League of Iowa and a very special dog that needs a special home. Maybe get them in a home tonight. That's coming up next on Iowa Live.